YouTube. Okay, so it's been quite a few videos since we've been back down the farm. So we're testing out some gear that me and Andy both got for Christmas. I got a hot tent and a outbacker stove, and Andy got himself a wide boy fishing bed for Christmas. So we've come down. As you can see, the weather is not the best this weekend, so we're really going to test these hot tents out, and if it goes a bit funny, it's because of the wind. So we're not staying where we did last time, we're staying further out on the field, over by the back hedge line. We was going to go down to the bushcraft camp and do a camp down there, but unfortunately Andy's hot tent stove is a lot heavier than mine, so we wouldn't have been able to carry it down, and at this time of year you can't really get a vehicle down there. So we'll bring you along for the ride. Hopefully my tent doesn't blow away or I don't burn my arse on the stove in the middle of the night. Andy's already set up, so when I take you over in a minute you'll see Andy set up. There's Andy there. Hello. So we'll bring you back. I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you're enjoying all the other videos. I know it's been a lot of 4x4 stuff lately, but people seem to like that on my channel. It's getting really good views, but this is my big passion. I enjoy my bushcraft and my wild camping, so hopefully you enjoy this and we bring you along for the ride this weekend. Stay tuned. Okay folks, so we are here. We've just walked across the field. It's a bit crazy. If you just look behind me, if you're in the middle of that field, it's very windy, but when you get to where we are, we're sheltered by the tree line. We was going to go down a bushcraft camp, as we said, but Andy's stove is really heavy, and unfortunately this time of year we can't take a vehicle down there because it might destroy the ground. So as you can see, Andy's got his tent all set up. His stove's in there. I'll give you a little tour of that later on. And he set up a tarp because he was here a lot earlier than me. We're going to just set up my tent just here and attach the tarp to it to lift it up, so we've got like a communal area to sit under. We have got another mate coming down later, Chris, hopefully, so we've got somewhere for us to sit and have a chat, because we haven't seen each other since well before Christmas. The lads have obviously got loads of questions to ask me, because I just found out a couple of weeks ago that I'm going to be having twins, so I'm over the moon at that. So this is a nice catch up with a couple of the friends, because I haven't seen them. So I hope you enjoy this little camp out this weekend, and you're getting to see some new kit that we've got. I will be doing a video on showing you the stove anyway. I'm going to record that this weekend, and I'll give you, there'll be another little video on the tent and stuff like that, me talking about the tent and things like that. So, and I'm going to get a couple of videos recorded that I've been trying to get recorded for a few weeks. So stay tuned for this one, and I'll bring you back once it's all set up. I'm going to pop you on a time lapse so you can have a little look how easy it is to set up. So as you can see, this is the one Tigris tent I'm going to be using. Packs down, very small, so this will fit in my pack. My outbacker stove, packs down nice and small. As you can see, it's not light, but it's not heavy. You could easily do a bit of a walk into a camp or a bushcraft area or a woodland area with this. It's not gonna kill you, so just over your shoulder, or you could just one-handed carry it just like that. And as well, it's got straps on the top, so you can strap some cooking utensils or whatever onto the top of it if they don't fit in your bag. So that's what I'm going to be using. So mine is all set up now. Okay, so mine's all set up. Andy was showing me how to do it. Believe it or not, considering mine's a lot smaller than Andy's, Andy's is a lot easier to set up. Again, bit disappointed in one Tigris, consider everybody raves on them and says how good they are. I'm a little bit disappointed, to be honest. So on the advertisement on Amazon, it said it comes with the stove jack, as you can see on Andy's one just there. So Andy's one come with it. On Amazon it said mine come with it, that's why I ordered it. Rookie mistake, I didn't take it out the packet. As you seen, it was brand new. I didn't take it out the packet. Mine has come without the stove jack, which is a bit of a poor, very poor on one Tigris and Amazon's part, in my opinion. If I knew I needed it, I would have bought one. So a bit let down by that, but it's looking really good. As you can see, I've positioned it so I know it's definitely not going to touch. It's not going to touch the material, and I've only put 3 chimney pieces in, so even if it does wobble a bit, it's definitely not going to touch, even if it does wobble a bit. As well, we are going to put a guideline. Okay, so sleep mat is all in, sleeping bag is out. So if anyone wants to know what sleeping bag I use this one. It is the Contour Lux XL. Okay, so if you're a bigger lad like myself, Andy, Brownie and a few of the other lads we go 4-wheel driving with, normal sleeping bags normally just don't cut it. You've got to leave them open, or when you do close them, you can't move, you're having uncomfortable sleep. So Andy found this sleeping bag. I think it's got a good rating, so what I'll do is I'll leave the link for it in the description below for anyone looking for a plus size sleeping bag. Again, it wasn't overly expensive. I'm going to say it was around about 55 to 60 quid. Again, so staying on track with the way I like to do things, more budget friendly. Like the stove I'm using was one of the cheaper ones that I could find, but had some good reviews. Not that I'm being a cheapskate, it's just I'd rather test it out with some lower end gear first to see if I enjoy doing it. But this stove got some good reviews. This is mainly going to live in the 4x4, I think, for when we do meats and stuff like that as well. So that was the sleeping bag I'm using. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get settled down, get the fire on and have a little relax. Andy's just had to nip on a message, so he'll be back a little bit later. Once I'm all set up, my kit's all squared away, I'll give you a little tour around the camp, show you Andy's setup, show you how we've set the tarp up and stuff like that. Again, thanks for watching these videos. I do appreciate it. I know it's mainly just a fat lad waffling most of the time, but it means a lot. I'm just making a diary for, this was meant to be for nieces and nephews, and now it's going to be for my kids, as I've just found out I'm expecting twins, so which I'm pretty pleased about. So hopefully in years to come you'll see them on the videos with us. But again, thanks for watching, thanks for the support, and I'm almost at 300 subscribers, which I'm over the moon with. I'm on 265 subscribers, so we'll be doing a 300 subscriber giveaway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post that video in the next couple of weeks of how to enter the giveaway. The prize that I'm going to be giving away is a folding saw and a Panda Outdoors sticker. You probably don't want the sticker, but it's a little extra. So it's going to be a folding saw. That's what I'm going to use as the giveaway. It's not a backhoe, it's one that I got actually in one of the prepper boxes, so it's not something I've got for free. I have paid for these prepper boxes. I do pay for the subscription of them because I think they're really good and I like to show them to use anyway. So yeah, so I'm going to be giving for 300 subscribers, you're going to be getting a chance to win a folding saw. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll bring you back in a little bit when my kit's all squared away, and I'll give you the tour of the setup Andy's gone with to the setup that I'm using. Mine's a lot smaller. Andy's got a big bed in his, he thinks he's at the Ritz or something. Mine's just sleeping on the floor, ground dwelling for a change, instead of on a nice comfy fishing bed. Okay, so everything's set up, the fire is lit, as you've seen me lighting it before. So the fire's all lit. Andy's just come back now. He is in there. I'll turn this up a little bit so you can see. Okay, so you can see there's just a bit of a tarp in there. So Andy is in there. There's my little setup, as you can see, just down there. So I'm going to bring you now and show you inside Andy's setup. Again, big shout out, thanks to Matt from Traction Clothing for hooking me up. I've got a new hat and I've also got a new hoodie. I'll show you this hoodie in a minute. It's a really good hoodie. It's got a big pocket on the front with a zip, as well as like the kangaroo pouch underneath, as I call them. It's like a map pocket on the front. It's toasty, it's freezing tonight, it is cold, so it's keeping me warm. So I'm going to take it in now and show you Andy's setup that he's got. Okay, so as you can see, this is Andy's setup. Andy's got the bigger one Tigris. His doesn't have the inner, so we can get a bed in his. But what we've done, we've knocked up this top. I will put a picture up after this so you can see it in the day, or I'll just probably show you this setup in the day anyway. As you can see, my little chair's just in there. So if we come in, if anyone wonders what this is, we stole this from the farm before. We will put it back. It's a clothes rail for putting your washing line up. Okay, so when we go inside, as you can see now, you can pretty much stand up in the communal area a bit, but we're going to have a little sit down in later. So as I'm bringing you through, as you can see, it's a lot bigger in here. Just come inside. So as you can see now, you can stand up in Andy's one. Andy's got his bed there, and his stove sits in the middle. So you could easily get 2 fishing beds in here, big fishing beds in here, and have the stove in the middle, which I think is really good. Andy's got this because he's got a daughter and a son, both teenagers who like to get out camping, so he went for the bigger option so they can come with him. Again, he's got his little lights. You've seen these on the army tent. These are really good. How long do they last for, on?
I think it's 8 hours on low, which it's on now.
8 hours on the low setting, which is really good. But it also has a solar box for it as well. So of a day, put it on the outside of your tent, get it all charged up, and then of a night you've got at least 8 hours of light, which you're not going to need. So as you can see, it's like a nice little setup. And the one Tigris stuff, it's not bad. I'm a little bit disappointed in mine that never came with the jack to go through, but Andy's did, so he can't fault his. Bit tricky setting up for the first time. I maybe should have done it in the garden or something, just to test it out first and see how it goes, but it's a learning curve and I'll know how to do it for next time, and I'll order one of them. So I hope you're enjoying this video. We are going to get Andy is now, if you can see, just down there. Andy's just getting the fire going now. So I think we've got burgers and sausages, like I said before, and we've got little chicken strips as well. So I'll probably cook some on my stove, and Andy will cook some on his stove, and then I'll probably bring my chair in here and we'll have a little bite to eat around the fire. So bring you back in a sec. Okay, so I am back. I was on the phone then, that's why I forgot to push play. Just using my pound mug that I got from Town Market. It's a thermos one, so it keeps it nice. It's like a flask one, so it seals as well, keeps it warm. Andy's just done some food now, so I'm just going to go into see Andy. He's just come and got his brew, and I'll go in now to his tent. It's bigger than mine, so a bit more communal, and have some tea. I think he's made some like chicken strips or something in his new Dutch oven, so I'll take you through and we'll go into there. Also, don't forget as well, I have got Instagram and I have got TikTok. I do post videos, short videos on there, and I also post pictures up of what I'm doing. So if you want to see any other stuff when I don't really post a YouTube video, I try and get one out every week, if I'm honest, but the stuff behind the scenes or little things during the week is normally on either Instagram or TikTok, so I'll leave the links for them as well. So if you want to check them out, it'd be great. Okay, see you in a sec. Handle on it, and this is what Andy has rustled up. Some like turkey, like little chicken twizzler things. Nice one, Andy.
That's right.
And this is Andy, as you can see, Andy's chairs in there, mine's here, and Andy's bed set up, so he's the life of luxury tonight. Okay, so we're just doing our little evening check. There's some of the new lambs that have been born. So while we're camping out, we said we'd come and check on the lambs. So look at the little babies there. Okay, YouTube, so as you've seen before, we went down, checked on the lambs, made sure there was no one having babies or anything like that. and I had to walk back up the tent. Kept the fires going all night. Andy cooked up some nice food. This is, as I say, there's not been much action in this video, but what can you do when it's rained all night, to be honest, so couldn't really get up to much. So we just had a nice little catch up. Wind come down and was telling us some stories from when he was a lad farming and stuff like that, which was nice little evening. So I'm going to try and get some sleep now, and then what I'll do is I will bring you back in the morning and you'll see us, obviously, we'll cook some breakfast and then pack away and stuff like that. So I'll bring you back in the morning unless something tragic or magic happens. So unless something like the lambs have babies, if we get a shout to coming out with the lambing, because the lambs have had babies, I'll bring you back for that. If not, I will see you in the morning, and peace out. Okay, good morning YouTube. We have survived the stormy night. Yeah, not had much sleep at all, to be honest. Every time I nodded off, it seemed like something had happened, but it was that wet. I didn't really get the camera out, so I think around about 3 o'clock this morning or 3:30 this morning, Andy's tent completely blew down. So if you've seen like the top configuration he had on it, that went. And then about 3 o'clock or 3:30 this morning, the whole tent blew down, so Andy had to get out and fix the tent. And didn't get much sleep because it was so wet, so windy and wet and raining. It was just loud, especially with the trees being next to us. So yeah, didn't get much sleep. I'm just gonna get up now, do a little bit of admin, and then probably get some breakfast on, and I'll bring you back then when we're cooking some breakfast. So I know this video's been a little bit up and down, but it's the first camping video I've done this year, so just wanted to bring you along for the ride. But sorry about there's been not much filming. It's just been that wet. It's just lashed down for the whole time we've been here, so it's hard getting the camera out and stuff like that in the rain. So I can only film really when I'm in the tent or whatever, and the tent's tiny. It's not like we can do much activities in it. Gotta wash, brush my teeth, stuff like that. Basic admin, had a bit of a wash down. When you're camping, again, can't stress this enough. Even though you're only camping maybe a night or 2 nights, still keep your hygiene up. It only takes you to get a bit of dirt in a cut or something like that, and it's going to affect you. And especially if you're out for longer camps, hygiene's a must. Don't be that smelly guy round camp. With me being a bigger lad, if there is a smelly person at camp, people tend to look at me because they think fat people smell, which we don't actually. I smell really lovely, but that's just my opinion. What do you think, Andy?
You smell lovely.
And I didn't pay him to say that either. So what happened to Andy with your tent?
It blew down.
What time?
4 in the morning.
4 in the morning. So yeah, so we thought Andy's was the better tent because it was all big and you can stand up in it. But in the wind, my little tent that you got to crawl in was the better option. The wind was bashing the side of the tent last night, to be fair, but only one guideline was out the ground when I got up this morning, and to be fair, I think that was Andy knocked that out when he was pegging his tent back in, if I'm being honest, because Andy was trying to sabotage my tent because his tent fucked up. But other than that, it's been a nice little camp. As I say, we'll put a little time lapse on as well when we're packing up, but this isn't the end of the video yet. I'm just letting you know what we're going to do. So when we are packing up, we'll put a little time lapse in. I think we are this time going to, instead of ferrying it all over by hand, I think we are going to get the quad and ferry it over on the quad, because we had hardly any sleep last night. I think between us we've had about 4 hours, 5 hours sleep between the two of us, with the wind, the rain, Andy's tent coming down, and stuff like that. It was a bit of an emotional night. Okay, so there's the view that we had. which is a nice little view. It's a lot nicer in the summer obviously, but that's the view from this morning. Where'd you have to go then, and?
All the way down there to get this back.
Unlucky! So, trailer's packed for the first trip. Just got to come back for Andy's bed and Andy's stove and the wheelbarrow full of wood. But we're letting the stove cool down in the wind because the minute it's still piping hot. So, gonna let that all cool down. I hope you've enjoyed the video of us camping out in a storm, and I know we didn't get much filming done. We were kind of stuck in a tent for most of the video, but it was bad weather on it, and
terrible weather.
as I say, you seen Andy's tent fell down. Sorry you never seen, but we explained it. It was too wet last night and dark to be getting out trying to film. We just needed to get the tent back up. Well, Andy needed to get the tent back up. I didn't actually get out of bed, I'm not gonna lie. I offered, didn't I?
You did offer.
But by the time I would have got dressed, because my hot tent was toasty, I was just in a pair of boxer shorts and a t-shirt. By the time I got dressed, Andy had it all up. Anyway, so I hope you've liked the video again. It's something different. I know a lot of people are on this channel watching the 4x4 stuff and stuff like that, but one of my biggest passions is bushcraft and doing a bit of camping. So this is what I enjoy, coming down, chilling with Andy. Normally Brownie's here, but unfortunately he had to work this weekend, and I don't think he'd have been too happy with us bringing him out in a storm either. He'd probably killed a pair of us. But it was a good night. I tested me one Tigris tent. I wasn't happy at the beginning that they never provided the jack with it. If I knew that, I would have bought one. But on the advert it says it comes with it, but what you'd expect from China. But I am over the moon with it. The ground wasn't the best for it. By the time we'd finished, it was all sloppy and muddy with walking through. But my tent took that storm well. And the only problem it was a guideline come out, and that was Andy. Done it trying to put his tent back up. But other than that, it kept warm all night, kept me dry. And it's got like an inner room inside it with like a bug net. That's like your living quarters with its own ground sheet. That worked really well. So all in all, I'm pleased with the tent. I'm over the moon with it. I got that as a present for Christmas, and also I got the hot tent as a present for Christmas. So I am made up with both of them. They'll be getting used a lot. The log burner will be getting used a lot. The hot tent will be getting used a lot. And a big thanks to Outbacker Stoves for getting the stove to me within, I think it was like 24 hours. He ordered it the night before and it was there on the Monday morning. I think he ordered Sunday and it was there Monday morning. So thanks again for that. And I hope you're liking these videos. Please drop us a like and a subscribe if you do like the videos. And keep an eye out for some trips you've got coming up. And a giveaway. We've got a giveaway coming up and some other trips as well. So please keep an eye on them and don't forget to enter the giveaway. It's quite a cool little prize. It's for the folding saw and one of my stickers. I know the sticker's not really that good, but the folding saw is quite handy to have. Again, I've been Panda. Thanks for watching. This has been Andy.
Hello.
And I hope to see you outdoors sometime. Take care now. Stay safe. Bye.